want to be part of a committee. You want to complain about an issue which you might have a solution to it, but it's like the people there are the people there. Something has to be done about this thing. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much. I think your concern is well grounded. As we said, we all have to do better. As engineers, there's never the best design. We always have to work to improve whatever we are doing. And if you are feeling a bit sidelined, we want to encourage you to feel that we have your back. We want to serve you, and your welfare is of maximum importance. And we need volunteers. So you can immediately see us. The secretariat is here right now. And now, as I said, once you can connect with the WebEx, there are so many ways we can do it. I mean, even those of us who serve on international committees are holding meetings in our offices. And we are able to attend meetings. Someone is in Malaysia, I'm in Accra, one is in Canada. And we are able to hold meetings of the Committee on Energy and Environment for the World Federation. So I think we can do these things. What we need are volunteers. We know that you are hard-pressed for time. Anytime I bounce into one of the meetings of the subcommittee, sometimes I'm worried about the numbers. Sometimes 2, other times 3. But it's improving. I've seen a committee that had about 11. Welfare, I think, yes. And then membership as well. So let's get more involved. Let's get more animated. And this is our own institution, and we can drive it. So, young man, be assured that all of us here are your friends. The old ones who give you all the information you need. Don't get afraid. Thank you.
Thank you. Engineer, be a good thing to carry that on, but also being able to measure the energy use to further push that agenda of energy efficiency. Secondly, on the CPDs, I think for those of us who have had the opportunity to be here, and we're told we can have 6 CPDs, I've heard some people want to have a little bit more because getting time off work to be able to participate in the technical conferences is usually quite difficult. So it's just a throw-in suggestion that if, based on the levels of the engineers, you can increase that, because having this time in this quarter of the year to have 6 could be something quite difficult. So if you can just increase that, that's just thrown in for you. And thank you very much.
I think the CPD manual has a way of working this out. So we will sort it out, and you will be assigned the appropriate number of credits that we believe you are entitled to for attending this. For the conference, yes. We'll work out those details. We have all your numbers and your emails, and we'll sort that one out. And I think you also made a comment about waste management and things. I think yesterday I spoke on that subject in this very room. It's no use now you trying to do source separation of waste at home or at our headquarters. And then Zoomlion comes and then they just throw it all together. So it's an integrated process that, in fact, right now in the country, we don't have any national scale recycling programs and no public education programs. And I think it is critical. And so it's a chain. But I quite recognize what you're saying. Thank you.
Yeah, I will give that gentleman the last speaker.
Overflow. Hello. Yeah. I'm Engineer Akosia Samoa. Please, can I get some clarification on how members are appointed to the various entity committees of organizations as indicated in the brochure? From page 71. And I think the organizers of the program have also unconsciously turned us, all of us, into JW. The bags that we are holding, it has no strap, so it's just like the color. If it had been dark, we all would have enrolled in the Jehovah's Witness. There's no strap. And then if I'm to remove, this paper can be just removed. And this bag can be anyhow. It eventually doesn't serve as a souvenir. So please, the organizers ought to take note.
But I'm sorry, that's the whole point. We want you to be able to use the bag later on for other things. And so if the size is too small, fine. But we don't want to...
No, please, not about the size. What I'm saying is that there's no strap, for instance.
Well,
and you see the label.
That is your preference. A lot of people...
Okay, what about the label that just goes off?
Say it again.
What about the label? The label, yeah, the plastic label on the back.
Well, it's not supposed to be stuck there forever. We felt that you want to be able to use it as your briefcase that you go to work with. Or you want? You don't want that one.
No. It should. We want to advertise the organization. We want to use it as a form of publicity.
That is not a problem. I think that will be corrected for next year. That shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, so
I see that you want it on it forever.
Yes.
We'll do that.
Yes. And then also my question about the entity members, please. The entity.
I didn't hear your question.
Appointment to the entity committee.
Oh, our members who serve on the advisory.
Yes, on the organizations. How
the executive committee normally. The executive committee normally sits on these things. The president, the executive committee. Sometimes we consult also the chairs of the technical divisions to be able to identify our members who are showing interest in our work as an institution. Because you see, when you serve on an entity committee or an advisory board, you are not there in your individual capacity. You are there as the rep of the institution. But we are worried about a lack of feedback, and I've had calls to write to all members to give the secretariat feedback. You are duty bound to report what you have been doing for us to keep in our records. And our data handling at the secretariat needs a lot of improvement. It needs a lot of improvement, and it can happen if you communicate with that. So you have to have confidence, one, in your technical divisional heads. Your council will take that decision, and also play a role. Go to their meetings, and so that they see that you are prepared to be part of the institution. And so it's easy that when the requests come, and I call the chairman and we go to the executive committee meeting, and they can be able to provide names that people can easily recognize. But we try to spread it as much as possible so that we don't have one person doing too many things. We don't do that. I don't think we have one person serving on more than two. Normally, we try to spread it out. Thank you.
Let me just add, in selecting people for these positions, you start from executive committee, then you go to council members, then you go to committee members, and so on. You will select from the people who are already active within the institution and you know their performance. So join committees.
Yeah. Before we close, I think all the new members who have just won the election come to the front here. The new council members. No,
Mr. President, maybe I should call their names. Oh, no. Okay. Can you please identify yourself?
Let's join them.
I'm Engineer Dr. Enyunam Pekpena. Engineer Dr. Enyunam Pekpena, wine president.
I'm Engineer Kweku Asma, National Councillor.
Engineer Jacob Branyosen, Chair, Western and Central.
Engineer Dr. Emmanuel Kwesi Nyantichi, Branch Chair, Ashanti Region.
My name is Engineer Antoinette Ama Agbado, Branch 6, Volta Region.
I am Engineer Hector Boy, PMP, Branch 4, Greater Accra.
Engineer Isaac Bedu, Branch 3, Eastern Region.
I'm Engineer Kwabena Bimpong, National Councillor.
Engineer Dr. Patrick Bequin,
National Councillor. Engineer Ebenezer K. Hazel, Executive Representative for Professional Engineers.
Engineer Harold Eseku, Vice President.
Thank you. Engineer Reverend Dr. Charles Enum Adams, President-elect.
Yeah. Engineer Leslie Alex Aye.
Yeah, let's come over here.
Incoming.
Yeah. By the powers invoked in me by the Constitution, I hand you this gavel as your symbol of office. You have to take over immediately.
Hello. Hello. Well, thank you very much. You are now in the land, transiting in the land of the spirits. Oh, he's a living dead. Okay, Carlin has joined the land of the spirits. He's the living dead. Well, I'd like to thank my big brother, Engineer Steve Anof Amweni Yankson. I'd like to thank you all for the confidence that you have put in me to be your next president. We'll count on you for your support. And I want to say 24 hours. But I'd like to count on you. And then, as the ED has said, that you all be active in all the committees so that our institution can stand, because now it's the most, I think it's the most vibrant institution now in Ghana. And I think we need to maintain our position. We are being recognized, and I think this is the first time that the government has appointed our immediate past president to be on the council of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. It shows that we're getting somewhere. And when we're continuing, and I believe that you can see an array of past presidents who are willing to support us to succeed. And we're not starting anything new. We're continuing for where they have left us. In fact, they haven't left us. They are around us, and in spirit and in truth. Yes. So we'd like to thank you all. And on that note, and the authority that has been given to me, I'd like to seek an adjournment of the announcement first. The adjournment of the AGM. So I move for the adjournment of the AGM. Oh, you see, I forget. So I hereby adjourn the AGM till next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. First, we would like to thank all of you for the participation. We have people here. Overflow is still full at this time. We want to say a very big thank you to all of you for your participation. Then, very importantly, we have opened a registry at the registration desk. If you don't receive emails, if you don't receive text messages, please go there and write your name. Please, we are not doctors here. We are engineers. Write it in a way which can be read. It is not a prescription. Write your name in a way we can see. Write your email. If you can use block, they say it's tautology, but block capital. If you can even bold it, write it out so we can see it. write your in a way we can see so that you receive all the messages and all the information which is coming through to us. Next, we don't know why. And